Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Give me just a moment here and I will bring you in. There's that, and boop. Hello everyone, I'm Peter Moxilin, Keeper of the Archives, and the songs, because there were two of them there that you heard in the intro, are right there in chat. They are the first two songs to Jonathan Young's original album, Starship Velociraptor. Specifically, the tracks are Glory or Gold and Best Band in the Universe, featuring Ninja Brain. Which looks like it should be Brian, but whatever. Anyway, so, I know that I've shown those off before, but I just really like the album, and it's been a while, so I figured that I would go ahead and show them off one more time. Anyway, I do need to make one quick change to some of my stream prep stuff here. So let me go ahead and go to standby for just a moment. So I'm gonna go to the BRB screen, and then I'll be back in like 30 seconds or something, and then I will tell you a story or two, and then we'll actually get into the actual anime for the evening. So back in a moment. Bye. Okay, that should be enough, so let's go ahead and bring it back. Okay, hello everyone. First of all, let me explain a little bit of why it is that I am a little bit on the late side today, both in terms of the stream starting and in terms of me, like, starting the stream. So instead of the usual 7 o'clock start, the stream was scheduled to start 7:15, and that's actually because, just going to give it away now, one of the shows that we're watching is Spectre. And I never actually entirely finished the first season of Spectre. I got somewhere on the order of the halfway point. I thought I got a little bit beyond it, but I watched the last 3 or 4 episodes in quick succession as in the lead up to the stream tonight. By the way, just stirring my tea a little bit, so that's what you're hearing in the background. There we go. Anyway, but so I went through the last like 3 or 4 episodes, and yeah, that show's still really interesting to watch, actually. And now we can include season 2, episode 1 in our watch stuff for tonight. And aside from that, I was right on schedule to start up at 7:15. I was shaking up my cocktail that I'll get to in a moment, and as I went to hit the shaker so that it could split apart so I get my drink, I accidentally hit my glass of tea. As a reminder for anyone new, my glasses, when I talk about them, they are not like a standard cup of tea or something. These are like massive. You would get them if you ordered a soda at a not at a fast food, but at like, I don't know, Fridays or something, like a chain restaurant. It is 20 ounces of fluid. So that just spilled all over my goddamn countertop, so I needed to go clean that up, and then heat up more water so I could brew more tea, hence why I needed to mix some simple syrup into my tea there in real time. Now, what is the cocktail that led to this frustration? I decided to make rum punch. It's been a little while since I featured it on the channel here, because there was a time when I was featuring it a bit more than I probably would like, because I try to vary it up a bit. But it's been a while. It's a nice comfort drink. It's an easy to remember recipe, so I don't need to look it up or anything. The recipe that I follow is like a Jamaican hymn? Rhyme? Whatever. But it is 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak, little spice on top to make it nice. The spice on top is supposed to be nutmeg. I actually just totally forgot to add nutmeg to this because I cite the tea incident. Yeah, so the only really interesting thing here that might change how this goes is that instead of using like my usual Plantation 5 year, which is a nice funky rum, I'm actually using my Fat Wash rum, which is originally Eldorado 8 year, but then went through a fat wash, aka butter infusion. So the rum itself actually has a distinctly buttery taste to it now. I honestly, I don't think that's going to do a lot to the cocktail itself. I think that the lime and the sugar are going to just absolutely drown that out. But let's give this a shot. Oh. Well, there's lime, but also butter on the nose, so I think we might actually be good. Lime and butter is not something that you're used to smelling. I'm not sure if it works or not, but it is interesting. Oh, that is weird. Okay, so in the normal recipe, the lime and the rum kind of synthesize together into a very balanced new flavor. In this one, the butteriness is like it's not a buttery texture, it's specifically like a butter flavor. That is kind of separating the two apart, so I'm actually getting like lime into some butter and then transforms into rum. Like, let me try that again, see if that happens. Yeah, it's like the rum is a very distinct flavor in there. The lime is like the upfront palatability sweetness, and then that turns into butter very quickly. So I guess the fat wash rum is really taking over the flavor profile of this. Huh. I'll still drink it. It's not necessarily bad, it's just weird. Anyway, let's get into the actual shows here. So, well, actually, no, there is something else first, because before we get into the shows themselves, I need to do this. There we go. Before that, here's some of the shows. Once I fix that, I guess. There we go. Here's some of the shows that are not actually going to be on the docket for this season. Well, for the watch-along, at least. Vinland Saga 2, Trigun Stampede, Tokyo Revengers 2. Each of them have kind of their own reasoning, actually. So from the top, Vinland Saga. If this was back when I first started the watch-along here, when I was just doing my first watch-along, picking shows out that I wanted to watch, and just kind of making a docket, Vinland Saga would have been top of the list. I want to watch that show. The only reason I haven't seen episode 1 yet is because episode 1 isn't out yet. But my sister absolutely loves the show as well. And now that she lives with me here, well, we're going to be watching that together. There's like an entire side docket of stuff that we are watching together, and that's actually going to explain some of my future choices. Not with the remaining two on the slide, but just in general. Like for an example, actually, I was originally thinking of putting I know it as 80k gold, whatever the full name of that show is, but it's like I went to another world to get 80 million gold for my retirement fund or something. And so it should be 80M gold, I guess, but whatever. I think it might be 8 million. The number doesn't matter. But then apparently it's very meh. So I'm just not gonna bother adding that to the watch along. Now then, so Vinland Saga is off because both my sister and I really want to watch it, so we're gonna watch it together. Trigun Stampede was one where I was very interested in, so we actually watched it together, like the first episode, last night. This is actually the first time that I'm watching a Studio Orange production. They are basically known as the studio that does good 3D CG anime. And yeah, the show looks pretty damn good. Like, it's really expressive. The comedic moments hit pretty well. The dramatic moments were hitting decently. Like, for any other studio, the CG is a drawback. For Orange, they have made it their own. It works. That being said, after seeing the first episode of Stampede, if you have not seen the original Trigun from the 90s anime, or read the manga that it's based on, then go ahead and watch Stampede. Maybe my opinion will change over time. I view it as a good jumping on point if for some reason the other two options are unavailable. Whether it lives up to either of the others, initial impressions are not really. It's a perfectly fine show, but a lot of the twists and mysteries and, like, mid-show reveals in the original, well, let me be clear, in the original anime, because the manga follows a bit of a different story, actually. In the anime, those actually made for some... It was very tied together into the narrative. It wasn't obfuscated for the sake of having a twist later. It was obfuscated in order to set it up and build tension. Then there's the twist and the release, and now you have a different view of the world and the characters. Stampede, I think that half the show is revealed in the first episode, which basically makes it so that it is a much simpler show. It is much more focused, seemingly, on just being a revenge / a let's hunt down the bad guy kind of show, rather than having all those extra layers and intricacies of the 90s show. Again, it's being produced very well, and I don't think it's a bad show. If it's your only way if it's your only way to experience the Trigun story, then by all means. As of episode 1, it seems like a perfectly decent way to do so. They're even adding in some stuff that is actually thematically and characteristically appropriate to the original. So, like, they're doing a good job of what they're intending to do. It's just that the stuff they're leaving behind is stuff that was good, so they really have to try to make up the difference. And the more of an existing fan of Trigun you are, the harder that's gonna be. Now, for Tokyo Revengers Season 2, it's a much simpler reason. It's because I didn't finish watching Season 1, and I was already struggling to watch Spectre for Season 2 for this watch-along. I was not going to add in half a season of Tokyo Revengers. So, all that rambling out of the way, now that we are almost one full anime episode into this live stream, let's go ahead and start up our first show of the evening and return to Gundam. And yes, this is updated, sorry. Previously I had episode 11 written down, and 11 is what my sister and I watched last night, actually. Episode 12 just came out, I believe. So, copy, paste, there you go. Let me check Anichart here, just to make sure of what I just asserted there. Does Gundam have episodes on Sunday? Sort by title. Look for Gundam. Oh yeah, it's gonna be returning or whatever. Leftovers. Yeah. Why can't I see it? Hold on. F. Gundam. Gundam isn't here? Oh, screw you. I'm going back to fall then. F. Gundam. There you are. Oh. This might turn kind of awkward. Oh, Anichart is saying that it has a 12-episode run. We're currently about to watch episode 12. So Gundam might get replaced next week. Okay, noted. Whoops. This is why I should do my research. Okay, clicking on the episode. Oh, right, I gave you the show, not the episode, didn't I? No, you, 0. Do not start from the middle of the episode. Copy, paste. There you go. Hopefully that's the right one. Okay. Alright, also, mute desktop so that you can't hear the anime, because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Okay, starting Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch From Mercury, episode 12, quite possibly the finale. In fact, I think it is, because they're kind of leading up to some stuff here. Whoops. Anyway, starting in 3, 2, 1, boop. Yeah, shit's going down right from moment 1 here. I'm suspecting that this show's gonna get a season 2, by the way. Like, it's gonna kind of have the Iron-Blooded Orphans treatment, where, it gets season 1, a little bit of a break, season 2, or something like that. Wait, did you think that Soletta could hear you? What, do you have open comms or something? She knows that Soletta will go to Ariel. Yeah. Way to manipulate your daughter. Also, my sister has a theory or two with respect to Ariel and Soletta, and... Wait, what's her mom's name again? Because they have a moniker for her that's related to Shakespeare's The Tempest. Anyway, but she has a theory with respect to them, which it kind of is in two parts, one for Soletta, one for Ariel. The part with Soletta makes sense to me. The part with Ariel, I could see it happening, but there's no story precedent at the moment. So I'm not going to say what it is, because I don't want to put any ideas in anyone's head, and I want to see if they actually go for it or not. But if it does come to fruition, I'll mention it to people. If it isn't obvious, I'm just letting the opening play out here. We literally know what a B1 is, but were we supposed to know what a B1 was before that? I don't know why everything explodes pink and purple, but it does look nice. I just realized that's a nice little bit of animation saving. For most shows, you can tell that it's bad animation if they're just like dragging the PNG along. But no, these guys are floating in space. Drag the PNG, it looks realistic. Okay, so they're trying to save Delling. For better or worse. I keep thinking his name's Ocelot. I'm surprised you left her. The Witch Hunters? That's very badass. I hope they live up to it. Shoot her anyway. Escaping, what do you think? Oh, you are definitely going to die if you say that. Yep, she has a unique character model. I still have no idea how the hell you can tell that it's the gun format, other than they fight good. Okay, yeah, it's increasingly evident that witch means person who pilots a Gundam. What smells like brain? Yeah, I get it. You're fucking insane. You are going to have a tragic backstory at some point. So what, if she does a high enough permit score, then she can essentially ignore the EMP stuff? The, space shaft grenades? It only works up to 3. That is an interesting thing. That is a thing, apparently. You aren't allowed to use actual physical live ammo in space. Like, that is a treaty that makes sense that it would exist, given that war in space is evidently a thing. Yeah, this is gonna go badly. Oh, interesting. Her mom is actually wrong. She cares more about finding Miorine rather than going to Ariel. Like, granted, one probably... That's her dad. One probably leads to the other, but still, that's an interesting difference. That's his kidney or something. That's not a good place to take something. No threat. Is that our mom? How does blood loss work in space? Has anyone tested that? That looks like a not good. How similar to episode 0 is this gonna get? Quite similar, okay. Like, direct comparison similar. You do realize that you go to Gundam school, right? Like, I get it that you're teenagers, you haven't seen war before, but you do go to school for this stuff. Morse code? Oh, because they're Earthians too. Now, is that going to have consequences? Because I don't know if that kind of thing is traceable or not. Kid, I recommend shutting the hell up right about now. Good for you? Oh, hey there, Gruel. What's your name now, Bob? Wait, what is a Gundam? Wow, they really erased that then. Dude, just don't duel her, okay? That's my only request here. Sir, have you had a W in this entire show? Man cannot get a W. Which one is his dad in? Wait, is that his dad again? What? Is that a different family? Fuck, there's so many characters. I mean, so far this show hasn't killed off anyone, I think. Any one of the main cast that we met in episode 1 and later. Okay, that's a cool way to implement a beam sword. I'm good with that. In a mobile suit, chest is lethal, head is not. Yeah, that's his dad. Mm. The family legacy of perpetually taking the L. Well, he's gonna need a lot of therapy from now on. Was that Miorine? No, she's with her dad. We probably need a scene with that first. Oh, hi there, Mom. And friends? Ma'am, can you stop using your daughter as bait? I would argue fighting is more akin to running, though. I think that's the opening that's playing in the piano background. Mom, it's hard to think with so much enemy brain matter on the floor next to me. She knows to mention Miorine, so she knows they're close. Yeah, her mom is using her for something. Hi. There's Ariel. With its gun bits. Please be awesome. Not gonna lie, I was hoping for an inside the hangar fight. Yeah, they have guns. That'd be impractical. Fair. Before? Before what? What do you mean? Did Ariel just tell you that? Was that a laser shotgun? Oh. Oh. Oh, hell yeah, that looks cool. Now, is this one of the things that's like, it's actually a sword, though, so she can move it? Nope, it's a gun. Okay. Ah, crap. You got a fight boner for her. So that's the first time we've seen that weapon, though. So is Ariel going to be out of energy now? Or is it just like, takes a long time to charge, so it can't be used in combat a lot? Because Ariel is like the original Gundam that theirs are based on or something? Yeah, this is not the final episode. It might be the last episode that's airing for this core, but it's not the finale. Hi? What? What, do you have a search function? That's the... Okay, that's the ending. No! It looks like there's gonna be an after credits scene at least, but that is not the ending. Okay, so there's definitely another core happening in like 6 months or something. Oh, well, let the ending play out. You know, it's not necessarily the thing I would always listen to, but the song is pretty damn good. Okay, you had your credits thing. We have like a minute or two left in the show. What's up? Okay, Morine taking her dad to some kind of medical treatment, theoretically. It's a letter. Okay. She murdered that man. That's the first time Yorine's had to see something like that. Oh, God. Okay. They are really emphasizing how much blood is around Soletta. Yeah, literally accurate. Yeah, to be continued in season 2. Yeah. That is a fascinating way to end that. Like, it's clearly not the ending. They aren't even pretending that it is. But that is a fascinating final episode because that's actually changing a lot of the dynamics here. Okay, anyway, let me go ahead and start this up. Pause that. Frame 1. Copy. And let's go on to the next show, Spectre. Like I said, I watched the last like 3 or 4 episodes of it because I'd previously watched the first half or so back when it was airing. So let me go ahead and post that in chat there, go to full screen. So as I realized by watching those last 3 or 4 episodes, oh, I don't remember everything about this show. So, they might give some details or assume some information that I am supposed to already know or would be obvious if I'd watched the full season beforehand. The biggest thing, in my opinion, is I don't know how old anyone is supposed to be. I think they're supposed to be like 16 or 18, maybe low 20s, maybe. But like it really, those last 4 episodes did not help me with that one. But anyway, back to the paranormal mystery show that is like not groundbreaking, but you know, is solid and fun. So let's go ahead and start it up. Starting in 3, 2, 1, boop. Starting with the new opening, I guess. Yep. Oh, looks like she has a different outfit now. Ooh, that's a fun little bouncing tune there. Hello, new characters. Hello, previous villain. Yotoki Banashi. No, I don't know what that said. Are we gonna have multiple mysteries this time? Because, like, one of the surprising, and I think it might have alienated a few people for season one, was how it kind of was a supernatural mystery that became the one mystery for, like, the back half of the show. Okay, same opening thing as the ending of the previous season and probably opening of the first season. The wisdom of Our Lady, because yeah, she's like the god of wisdom now, or at least has part of the power of such. Yep. To become our goddess of wisdom. Okay. Oh, so she is at least 20. She just looks super young because petite frame. Like that, aside from possibly she stopped appearing older when she gave up her limb and eye, that's the only explanation. It's just like, no, that's just how she grew up. She kind of stopped. Not gonna lie, after 3 or 4 episodes of seeing her just typing away on a laptop, it's kind of interesting to remember, oh right, she used to fight. I mean, not specifically to harm her, I think. I mean, that is fairly accurate so far. In recent years. Wait a moment. How long has it been since season one? In universe, that is. uh, Mostly? His name is Kuro, but I don't know what his family name is. Wait, did he? Okay, I think that the second I think that the he consumed another creature is referring to the second thing that he ate. Because he ate flesh of a mermaid and something else, and those two things kind of balance each other to make it so that he is immortal by everything except hopefully aging. And he can essentially choose the future by dying. That's his power. Oh, yeah, because she looks so young. That doesn't change. that she attends university, okay. Also, they're both in university. Okay, I kind of forgot about that part. Also, I love that she's the instigator in that so much. Hey, we saw you, I think. Okay, not guaranteed to be supernatural so far. When the ghost gets scared of a sound, then you might want to take notice, admittedly. Okay. Could be a break-in and doing some kind of ritual or something, but more supernatural at least. I mean, that doll sure looks like it could do sumo, which would explain the sound. I mean, maybe they're an introvert. I would love if that actually was the solution here. It's not going to be, but just, oh yeah, I moved in upstairs, but I'm really nervous around other ghosts, so I decided to just stay to myself. Sorry I was causing so much noise. Yeah, speaking of, you're outside, like a decent chunk of distance away from the building. What is your range? I mean, possibly? I hate how much that makes sense. Dude, your girlfriend is the god of wisdom. I would recommend just giving up on most or on most arguments. Okay. Is she lying? That pet is large, and I can't quite tell if it's a mammal or a reptile. We're kind of seeing the other side of how the previous season ended. Not if you got a cheap exorcism. Yeah, just say that it's successful. Okay, what are you covering? Apologies. What are you covering up? Did the noise change at all? Hi, Komodo Dragon. Again, this all logically makes sense, but is she lying? Ah. Yep. She essentially blackmailed the manager to give us a low rent. So this entire thing, she is telling the truth, I think, but it is specifically so that they can just move to this new place. So the first half of episode 1 is just happening off screen so they can move. Okay, sure. Oh. Never mind. Okay, it was basically all a lie. Okay, the low rent is probably true. Oh, depositing Keefe, okay. Oh, so you haven't taken care of it yet. Oh, shit. Clay. And it's become very evil? And so it was making the noises, and that's it? If I knew what the Ayakashi was, that might make sense. Oh yeah, that would make sense, actually. Didn't you say it would have strangled you with one wrong move? Ah, moved it during the day. And now you're gonna deal with it now that it's moved and it's out of the way. That makes sense. Well, you're up, Kuro. Oh, yeah, that's what I expected from that. Oh, neat. Oh. That thing's gonna take that tree down, ain't it? It was on that day that Kuro realized he should probably start bringing a gun with him. Wait a moment, is Rhinoceros Speedo gonna come into play here? Took him that long? She is just on the other side of the clearing now. Wait, this is a clearing. Is it a circle? Like a sumo ring? Yeah, he's fought enough. Ow, my arm. He's fought enough to at least have some idea of how to fight. Kudan is the other one. Monster that predicts the future then dies. Okay, that's what that one was. Flesh of the Mermaid. He is incredibly overpowered if he could use those powers, like, usefully. Like, not gonna lie, the part where he can control the future, I don't think I've already seen it. It's more that he keeps coming back to life, and that's about it. Which is really difficult to visualize. Like, if he can see those bits of the future before coming back, then maybe. Because then he can tell, like, oh, I could go for the leg. But it just kind of seems like he dies, comes back, and tries something else, and eventually it works. Oh, hi, you're back. I guess that was to show that her leg is prosthetic? Oh, Kane is still in his neck. Through his neck. Okay. That sure is a combo. Wait, does he not feel pain? I like that his actual response there is the thing he's kind of upset about is there had to be a way to do it without making you be in danger. That is true. When you can just punch the problem, it is generally easier. Oh yeah, they're students. They have homework. God of Wisdom, though. She can probably think pretty well. That a thank you from all the yokai or whatever? We haven't gotten her name yet this season, have we? Interesting way to end that. Oh, no ending theme for this one. This time, at least. Okay, fair enough. Oh, that's episode 1. Let's go ahead and get out of that then. Okay. Next up, we have the strangest one on the list, honestly. Click on the episode and I'll share it in chat, then I'll talk about it. And pause. First frame. Copy. Paste. Go. It is NieR Automata version 1.1a. I will be honest. This is a show where I'm going in. I have not actually played through NieR Automata, but I did see Jesse Cox's Gentleman's Gaming Club for NieR Automata, so I'm pretty sure I'm spoiled on the vast majority of stuff that goes on, at least in terms of a general plot overview of the 5 main endings. Going into this, I'm expecting this to be a show that looks extremely pretty. I'm not sure it's going to be good. And if it is good, I think it might be doing something different than the base game. Because if you haven't played NieR Automata, the thing is, a lot of the game systems are tied into the narrative, or I suppose technically the other way around, a lot of the narrative is tied into the game systems. So, how do you adapt that? How do you turn it into an anime without losing a lot of it? So, my expectations at the beginning here are that it's going to be very pretty and a perfectly serviceable show. If it turns out to be really fucking good, though, I'm interested to see if that's due to good adaptation from just kind of translating the systems from one medium to the other, or if it's really good because they do something different. So let's start up episode 1 and see what happens. This is where I'm expecting to be very much the tutorial mission of NieR. Or of NieR Automata, technically. Starting in 3, 2, 1, boop. Are we starting in the past? Are we starting significantly into the game? Okay, at the very least, this is not currently the tutorial mission. Now, that's interesting that we're starting with a monologue that includes how she feels. Because androids aren't supposed to feel. Hi there, the tutorial! Ah, your weird-ass flying machines. Okay, so far this is literally the tutorial mission. Like, up to here are waves of enemies for you to test your weapons against. Well, at least it's the one part of the game I played already. Hi? Oh, okay, that's what that was. Oh, that's different. I think. I don't know. Maybe after you get the first ending, the tutorial changes. I could totally see that being a thing. Mobile formation, aka 2B. Oh no, there are like the hover mode for the flight craft, right? The CG isn't terrible, at least. Like it's at least matching with the setting. There it is. As we're getting the start of, hey, I might have some issues completing the mission. Okay, your orders are to complete the mission. You know, you could have just taken the scene from the beginning of the game, saved yourself some money, because the CG was a little bit better. Okay, no, they're making the trench run a little bit more climactic, I guess. Ah, there's that scene. Short range attack gear, aka motherfucking sword. Okay, how are they gonna handle the... what are they called again? The flying boxes. How are they gonna handle that? Because the actual game, you just kind of hold down the fire infinitely button. Assumedly, this is the opening. Wait. I know that singer. I want to say that's Emma. I'll wait till it pops up. It's very interesting that they're putting this against... no, I think that is the factory from the game. Until then, I thought it might have been like a modern setting. Yep, Escalate by Emma. Her voice is just unique enough that I can just recognize it. I love that. Adam and Eve. Yorha. Oh yeah, we aren't supposed to know them yet, right? Like, the compositing on this opening is really fun, I'll give them that. Are there two important operators? I didn't get far enough to know that. I only ever knew of 6-0. Well, someone worked hard on those fluids. Oh my god, we're starting with this? Oh. Uh, okay. That... the thing they had there for 3 seconds is one of the best parts of the actual game. I never got to it myself, but it's like the most emotionally impactful. And yeah, I think it might be 9S is just observing them when that happens. Oh, 21-0, okay. That's probably 9S's equivalent to 6-0. Yeah, so I guess... yeah, this is probably what happens at the beginning of 9S's story. Probably starts with him observing or something. The game music. What, no infinite shooting? There it is. Oh no, infinite bolts don't work anymore. Sure. Oh no, we just no in that case. Okay. Oh, pods, right. Tubi don't give a fuck about your concerns. Ah, that's how we're going to not have that be in every fight. Okay. Hi, Nines. Okay, we can just dematerialize weapons in this one. Guess we aren't going to adapt that. We're just going to have it be what it was in the game. The pod knew that it wasn't the Goliath class. They didn't. Like I said, looks pretty. Ah, we're putting the wandering into a montage. Okay. Like, there's stuff they're setting up, but are they going to pay it off? Depends on how they handle the endings. Then again, the endings kind of feed into each other, don't they? So you could kind of do a continual story. Forbidden from harboring emotions. So they can have emotions. They just aren't, like, allowed to have emotions. Okay, where are we going with this? So the factory is still operational, at least in general, but what is it doing? What is this a factory of? Robots? How do they get the resources? I mean, is fall damage a thing? Hi, whatever this is? I think this might be from a future playthrough that I never did, because I don't remember this part. We only attacked the Goliath. Yeah, that thing. Hello, may I take your order? Oh, oh yeah, I kind of can jump. No, I think that in the game it went below the surface. Huh. Yeah, yeah, looks good. She gonna do the thing? No, that's later on, I think. Says the man firing missiles. Oh, we're actually getting the hacking minigame? Are we gonna see this like twice in the show or something? Because how the hell do you animate this? Okay, so time is passing. He wasn't going at computer speed. Huh. Well, that's different. Oh, we're just getting rid of his minigame. Okay. Kinda wish they'd replaced it with something a bit more interesting, but whatever. Well, shit. Ah, now for this. Okay, so we already know that implies hi that implies more Goliaths. Yeah, and Japan has a bit of a history with the mentality of an unwounded soldier must not help a wounded soldier, for it decreases the battle capability. Now that I know that as of earlier today, thanks to extra credits lies episode, huh. Well, this is different from what I did. Future playthrough, maybe? That's actually a mild improvement. Oh, right, we have this now. I feel like this might be a slight adaptation, or slight adaptation difference. It works, though, I'd say. But actually, we are seeing an extra moment that we didn't see, at least in the tutorial playthrough. Hmm. Yeah, the 2D within the 3D is still a bit jank. Yeah, we didn't see it in the tutorial mission, and so that actually better explains it. Oh, dear God. Okay, that's done a little bit better this time because we could see the detailing. I don't think that was hyphenated before. Three more of them. The nuclear Rubik's Cube. And immediately in Yorha? Nope, outside of Yorha. Okay. 13th orbiting satellite base. Our data. Right before they rendezvoused. Glory to mankind. At the end of that, looks like we got the ending credits, which might be the opening for the show. Hi. What? What, did you take some inspiration from Bocce or something? I'm sorry, what? Yoko Taro, what did you do? Okay, are they actually addressing this? You know, there's 5. I mean, there's actually 26, I think, but there's 5 that matter. Oh, A for attacker, B for battler. Oh, okay. Oh, I actually didn't know that's what that did. I'm sorry, what? Explosion? Self-destructing the bunker. Boy, did it look pretty. They're actually gonna go over, like, the different endings in the show credits. Okay. Probably all the comical endings, not the actual, like, 5 major endings. Look, at least Yokotaro's having fun. Anyway, I am actually going to take a very short break here so I can go use the bathroom. I'll be back in, like, let's say on the order of a minute, maybe 2. See you in just a moment. Bye. Okay, and I am back, so let's get you back in here. And go ahead and do that. Okay, now for the next one, we're actually going to be leaving Crunchyroll for a little bit here and going over to High Dive for Giant Beasts of Ars. And yes, giant is in the name. That's not me being hyperbolic or anything. So opening up the episode on my end. Go ahead and copy. Now, what I've heard so far is that this is a show that has promise, and I, for one, really like the setup. As of episode 1, it might be kind of less than the equal of it, or less than the sum of its parts, though, so this one's a little bit of a we'll see how this goes kind of thing. But anyway, starting, or let me click that to start. Okay, back to frame 1. There we go. Full screen. Starting in 3, 2, 1, boop. I don't think that actually went back to frame 1, but whatever, it's close enough. And when you're starting with flying manta rays, then you're in a good spot, I guess. That's a red horse. What the fuck? Okay, the show is quieter than most. They're the Titans. Okay. Yeah, those look like they'll do something. Yeah, good job! Keep going! Are you a beast hunter? I mean, if you can take the... Oh, so the hunters are like mercenaries. Anthrovicia? Okay. Power of ice by the looks of it. Paladin, okay. So it looks like paladins work in teams of 2 with a god or goddess? I'm assuming that the cute girl is going to be our audience character or something. I'm hoping the cat girl isn't too annoying. Okay. Looks like decent fight choreography in the openings. That's promising. I could believe that this song would grow on me over time. For now, it's just kind of okay. Yeah, she's like his goddess or something, isn't she? Yeah, he empowered. So a paladin, goddess, mechanic, inventor, and merchant or something. Just full-on JRPG cast. Hold on, is this actually an adaptation of a game? Oh, 30 years after that, okay. Was there a point then? Oh! Oh, hey, it's alive, yay. That's the girl from the opening, I think? Why did you choose then to escape? Also, you're strong enough to kick a door off. Okay. Did you sense your partner? I guess that's the mess hall. The prototype. Honestly surprised that she waited until she looked before she took a bite. I really hope her thing isn't that she constantly eats. Like, that's just... Do more with her, please. I cannot shake the feeling that this is just a JRPG turned into an anime. Hello, guy from the opening. I'm checking Anna chart. Did she just... Yeah, okay. I'm actually going back over to the show because I think I can't miss stuff right now. It is episode 1, after all. Sir? Please don't be creepy about this. Good first impression. Damn, girl got ups. How drunk am I right now? Nope. Oh, okay. Sir, please don't make that motion again. Honestly, a little surprised that prototype didn't just keep running. Yes. One. Do you have a name? Okay, so far I like her. Like, pay for my flowers, you fucked me over. But also, you clearly need some help, here, come with me. How are you drawing a perfect circle with no guide? So she's prototype number 22, I guess. I get the feeling we might be the bad guy. Were those magic drugs bad? Hey, wow, it's the stuff that she's gonna wear for the rest of the show. And she's gonna lose the hat, I think, but that's about it. Did you make her pay for those too? I'm gonna guess no, but you do know she has money. What the hell? Oh, hi there, wall. Probably beasts on the other side, I would guess. Lots of one-story stone buildings. Wonder how purposeful that is. Hello, important character. Market price 20% of the profits, evenly among the group. I wonder if the paladins have essentially exterminated most of the beasts so that there is only very few and only the most difficult to kill are remaining at this point. Jen from... Okay. Gladion is one who shows up... Okay, so the giant beasts aren't like one-offs, they're kind of species of monsters. Okay, so quick word of note to any aspiring writers. If your character is giving world exposition that we do need, maybe don't have them have a character lisp or like dialect difference like the nyas and cats and such. I think that character just went over a lot of different kinds of monsters. A promise ring? That literally a marriage ring? Well, that might be how paladins. Savior of Ars, rescue the world from doom. Hi there, prophecy! Oh, fuck. Don't. Oh, god damn it. Well, your life's now on a timer, girl, so good job. No, you are cursed! Can you take the ring off, is the question. Oh, so you'll pay for the funeral. Nice. Jiro the already dead. I wonder how literal that is. This is a world where maybe you can come back. Dude, you're going after a monster with a stick. It'd be nice if those things would translate. Tericus? Nikitos... something, something, something. I recognize you. Or they don't care. They're focusing on land acquisition by the looks of it, and, or by the sounds of it, which is actually the point of an emperor. Like, you're supposed to get more land and, like, high drill bore thing. You're supposed to get more land and just kind of have as few civilian casualties in that process as you can reasonably manage if you're a good emperor. So it eats crystals and its body's a furnace. My god. And you're just leaving your wares. Okay. Bye, Alim. Yeah, this is just a world where wall running's kind of a thing. Ah, mechanical. Okay. I was trying to figure out who was actually going to try to get him back up to, like, pull on the rope. That kind of design pattern of, like, the alternating glowing lines thing makes me think this is kind of a lost technology type of world. Weren't you the crazy one? Oh god, that was just eggs. Yeah, just waiting for him to be a paladin. No. Damn it. Okay, the blue candlelight weirdly works. Like, I would not expect to like this, but that's actually a cool effect. Is that the fruit to become a paladin or something? The paladin fruit? My god, he knows what the word no means. Alright, I was supposed to be fleeing? Goodbye, hat. Hello, guards. But she's not in black. How can you recognize her? In retrospect, maybe should have gotten a haircut. Ooh. Sorry, just those bows are large, which actually does make sense. Like, if you want bows to be dangerous, then having them be large is one of the ways to do it. I'm sorry, what? Okay. Not gonna lie, wasn't expecting her to have the power of incineration. What, did your previous goddess die or something? Also, if it is just the power of fire, that's really generic. I'm hoping it's not. That was a hell of a visual. Well, Giant Beast does describe that. That does not appear to work. Okay, he seems to know what that curse is, though. It's called the Bereavement Curse. Not gonna lie, I thought they were about to have him share air with her as a way to, like, have an excuse for them to kiss. I don't know how Kumi came from that. Okay, do you know how this works, Kumi? Why the fuck are you nyahing the happy birthday theme? Are you not allowed to finish it? Okay, do you know more about that ring than we thought? Let's see. About 2.5 minutes. I think that's going to be enough for credits and then extra credits where it's just a black screen, like the English cast and such. I'll let the credits play since it's the first time. Since there's not a lot going on in the credits, though, let's go ahead and go to Anna Chart. Yep, still just her walking. Okay. Let's see. Giant Beasts of Ars. Nope, that's an original. No tie-in that I can immediately see. And yep, the main character, the main girl's name is Kumi. Okay. My god, this is very much a nothing ending. It is just... I'm fairly certain that this is an animation loop. Asahi Production. And is there an after, or is it just the credits again? Oh, there's an after. I think that this is a preview of next episode. The Covenant Ritual, okay. There's the black screen credits. Okay. In that case, let's just go ahead and move on to the next one. Actually, before we move on to the next one, I will say that is a show that has promise, but I'm worried about it. I guess the ending theme is called Nameless Flower. Okay, good to know. But just it's not clicking for me quite yet. It has promise, and I want to like it, and I can see that it could be good, but not quite yet. So I want to give it an episode or two to settle. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to the next, and I believe final one of the evening, Buddy Daddies. Okay, let me go ahead and be very upfront about this as I pause the episode, first frame, and copy over into chat. This is actually going to be the first example ever of an episode that I have actually watched beforehand. When my sister and I were watching various anime last night, this was part of what we watched because she had heard good things. I was more on the fence because this is so clearly Spy Family, but not. Because this is two killers take in a girl who they are not actually related to, but it's a found family thing, and it's a comedy action. It's Spy Family. I will say, by the end of episode 1, it has a different vibe than Spy Family. I'm not entirely convinced how well that's going to hold up for a full run, but let's at least give it a shot. So again, I have seen this already, but I'm willing to watch it again. So let's get into episode 1 of Buddy Daddies, starting in 3, 2, 1, boop. Right. I forgot that ours was so quiet compared to everything else. There we go. Oh yeah, they had to try to caption Buongiorno. Eventually, the pixels will come back on my end. It's currently at like 480, I think. I do like the soundtrack a decent bit, by the way. Not necessarily the thing I would listen to on my own, but like it's good for what it is. the road spike backpack is still great, and the fact that there's some kind of like Uzi or semi-auto or something, or I guess full auto underneath. Okay, that's so loud. I wouldn't be too surprised if for that one like 5 second span, if you turned up the volume enough in post, you would be able to hear the anime with me. I have no idea what he intended with that, by the way. Like, pointing the gun at them, then pointing down is like slow down. And it's a good first impression. So did you call in the pizza? Because the pizza was obviously like a code word or code phrase. But like, if you called it in, weren't you the driver? No, no, no. If they were bought out by I'll pay you double, then their reputation would plummet, and so they wouldn't get jobs anymore. I have no idea if that ringtone is a reference to anything. Seriously, their relationship is great. Like, the show's called Buddy Daddies because it's a buddy cop, but they're not cops. And yeah, they're willing to just kill people. Like, just not even think about the ramifications or anything. No, just shut the hell up. And now the rest of this episode is a flashback. That is not a joke, that's what we're doing. Several months earlier. I missed the bra on the chair before. And steal her ID. Oh, she has a name. I didn't realize that before. You slut! Also, I would think he would be more careful about having the door close more silently. I get that she's in the shower, but she can still, like, hear, probably. Oh god, the soulless Christmas music. Dude, he was gone for 1 day. I don't even think that's an exaggeration. The cat that is way too unique of a character model to only be in one episode. Yeah, no, seriously, yeah, all that. Like, if you're gonna take in a cat, step one is take it to the vet so that so you know it has its shots, that's fixed if you're going that route, which you probably should, etc., etc. Then you deal with like making sure it has litter boxes and the like set up, acclimating it to people. Food is on the list, but it's like so easy to get that it's not super high up on the list. You can go out and get more cat food whenever. Goodbye, cat. There is no way in hell you won't be back soon. My god, it's food in anime that doesn't look absolutely amazing. Just like generally pretty good. Flashback to your tragic backstory? There it is. Just an implication for now. And you might want to pause after this. 3, 2, 1. There it is. Pause there if you want to read all of that. It's just like, it's essentially a bio on their hit. Ah, yes, the heavy beat Christmas music. Pastry flour. Coffee and light meals. Huh. Just gonna say this out loud. Thank God no one else is here. And this is one of the more interesting things to me. I don't think she'll be in the mood to take it. I think that he is essentially trying to pay child support, because based on implication of this conversation and that previous scene, and then seeing a little more about that scene later in this episode, it feels like he essentially left his partner because of his job so that he could keep her safe. But kind of as a result, she hates him. Oh, 20th anniversary for them. Good job. So it's at least part casino. It might not be all casino, but it is part casino. Literally lost his jacket, he lost so much. You feel bad for the cat. The cat is gone. Along with your scarf, by the way. They're going to show that in a moment. Yeah, Scarf's gone, and he's leaving some of the cat food there, so it's like, that's gonna come back, because the Scarf is at least mildly traceable. Mitty. Who, for some reason, we aren't allowed to see her full face for the next 5-10 minutes. I don't know why, especially because they aren't even hiding it particularly well. Now, is Christmas cake, like, a thing in Japan? Because I could kind of see it being a thing in America, but I also know that in Japan, Christmas is borderline synonymous with KFC, because of reasons, basically a really good marketing campaign. But as a result, I would think that the Christmas cake would be even less associated with the holiday, because, like, KFC doesn't have a cake, as best I'm aware. Keep forgetting that he's a human trafficker, too. Oh yeah, the Varint Hotel, which is going to change names very soon. I love that if you're being attentive, you actually can kinda tell what's going on with the plan. Oh, it is still the Varint. Okay, I thought that it went from Verlint to Varint or something. Here, go inside this extremely fancy hotel, young child with no money or connections to anyone inside. This is a surprisingly good setup, by the way, because, like, these guys genuinely are not going to let him through here. Like, no, they haven't heard about this shit, so no, you are not getting through. How the one guy even has his hand in his jacket to pull a gun. And the name is just Client to make it ambiguous. No, voice recognition nowadays might actually be able to do that. As long as he doesn't have metal on him, you'll be good. So they're letting him through after checking him and the box. But that isn't as thorough as they likely would be, which is interesting. And now we get her full face, because why was it being hidden? Hi. I must admit, the voice actress for Miri is really on point. Like, all of the little kind of kid sound squeaks are really fun. Oh god, right in the soul. Who's your mom? Dude, I would just say, hey, I know I look like Santa, but I'm putting on a part. The real Santa definitely got your letter, though. Don't worry, or something like that. Like, it is actually surprisingly good. Like, a lot of shows would have it be a little bit less immediate, but no, with this show, it's the moment the bad guys think something's up, they pull guns on the good guys, and the good guys are willing to just shoot immediately. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm not totally sure about like the spatial side of this thing. It's like, let's see. Yeah, what are you shooting at there? Oh, you're shooting on the other side. That's it. I thought it was like around a corner or something. And the wife is already there. That girl has one thought in her mind. The shooting is not the issue here. It's that they're ruining the party. How about you shoot about a foot above the kid? And I think the desserts are basically to provide a distraction. Yeah, cookie platters or whatever the hell, like serving trays, are not bulletproof. Okay. Having the Christmas music here does work, I'll give them that. Just the Santa in the background, I have to imagine is going, oh, I'm not fucking with this. Fuck it, not being subtle yet, so why start now? You sure did trick that 4-year-old well. If she had parents, that'd be super unethical. Like, how do you get rid of her at this point? She's actually that guy's kid. And that is the end of that, and thus the end of this week's Watchalong. Now, given that I started a bit late and went a bit long because I rambled at the beginning, it's going significantly past what I would normally like, so I am going to go ahead and just end it here. So, if this live stream hasn't ruined your life, then go ahead and do all that YouTube stuff for it a million times. I hope you have a wonderful remainder of your day, and I hope to see you in the next one, where, let's see, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I'm back and forth on whether or not to stream Genshin, because if I do, I want to roll for Raiden Shogun C2, hopefully. I want to hold on to my Primo gems, though, because I want to get C1 Yelan, and I want to try to save up for hard pity for whatever the 3.5 banners are, because that's kind of, I want to try to have at least hard pity saved up in case there's a character I really want and I'm not expecting or something. And I might end up still rolling for Raiden, though, at some point, because they give a lot of warning for these banners. Anyway, if not Genshin, then probably Mass Effect, I would guess, because it's been a while since we revisited that. But anyway, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Peter Moxilin if you want various updates on my streaming schedule or what I intend to stream, as well as just hear my random-ass ramblings about video games, anime, astronomy, whatever the hell I feel like. And in general, thank you all very much for joining me tonight. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.